Alright, this is our PowerPoint on Albert Kahn by Nicholas West and Joseph Hattar. In his beginning life, he was born March 21st, 1869. He was born in a Jewish family and immigrated to Detroit with his family in 1880 when he was 11 years old. And as a teen, he got a job at the architectural firm of Mason and Rice. In 1891, he won a year's scholarship to study abroad in Europe. With his younger brother Julius, he developed a new style of construction whereby reinforced concrete replaced wood in factory walls, roofs, and supports. He joined the firm Mason and Rice in 1884 after excelling in drawing lessons at a young age, and he was taken under the wing of leading architect George D. Mason. And his talent was rewarded with American Architect and Building News with scholarship for foreign travel and spent an entire year around Europe. When he founded his own firm in 1895, he took several architects from Mason and Rice. His early projects included a hospital, library, and one apartment building.
One of the three buildings that he created is the Detroit Free Press. Construction started in the building in 1924 and was only completed a year later in 1925. It's 302,400 square feet with 14 levels, 2 underground levels. At the rooftop, it's 192 feet. It's constructed of all steel beams, but it's limestone on the face of the outsides. And it was occupied until 98, but since the Free Press moved out in 98, it has been unoccupied. Another building is the Fisher Building. It was completed in 1928, and it has a theater, and it's also 30 stories. Its outside is faced in limestone and granite with many types of marble. At the top of the spire, it's 444 feet. At the top of the roof, it's 428, and the top floor of the building sits at 339 feet. The lobby consists of 40 different types of marble, and the building it had different types, multiple sculpt different sculptures on the outside of the building, and a Hungarian artist named Geza Marotti do some artwork on the inside of the building. It has had galleries on the inside of the building. I think 2 of them I read, but they're not there anymore to my belief. And it also has a Fisher Theater. It has a theater called Fisher Theater. Kahn originally had planned for the building to be 3 separate buildings, all 60 stories each, but the Depression hit and that fell through, and now it's just the one building that's 30 stories. And at the roof of the building, they had gold tiles, but they were covered in World War II to prevent bombing. And after the war, they changed they tried to get the tar off, gold wouldn't show through, and they changed them to green tiles. And the last building is a Cadillac place. Construction started in 1919 and it was completed in 1922. It's 15 floors and 1.395 million square feet. It was the location of GM's headquarters from 1923 to 2001, and the reason is because a lot of people were in talks with William C. Durant, which was one of the 3 creators of GM, and they finally convinced him to move the headquarters to Detroit. And, well, it's now at the Renaissance Center since 2001. On the inside of the building, its walls are Italian marble, and on the first floor is Tennessee marble. But on the upper floors, the corridors are Alabama marble, but the floor is still the same Tennessee marble. It was first constructed on the lower level on the building were 2 swimming pools. When it was first constructed on the lower level of the building, there were 2 swimming pools, but one was eventually converted into a cafeteria. It also has an underground tunnel that leads to the Fisher Building that's right across the street. And on the outside of the building, it is also faced in limestone with 2-story bases around the building with 4 parallel 15-story wings. He wanted this design to allow more sunlight to enter the building. And these are our sources, and that's the presentation.